Let's move on to the match preview for tonight. We play Pacos de Ferreira in the second leg at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium tonight. 1-0 down from the away leg. I mean, what kind of team are you expecting tonight?
I'm expecting a team that a strong team, not full strength. I'm not expecting Scala. I'm not expecting Niall John. I'm not expecting Pascozzi or Cameron or Vickers is injured anyway. I'm not expecting any of these guys to be involved tonight, to be starting. I think the likes of Doherty, the likes of Winks, the likes of Brian Hill, I expect them to start, but I do expect some of the heavy hitters to play as well, because I think Nuno's going to try and make sure we do get through tonight. At the end of the day, we are 1-0 down. We do need to win, so we can't take anything for granted. We saw what happened in the first leg. We were lucky. I know it was 1-0. I mean, both they deserved to win, but probably no more than 1-0. But at the end of the day, they did win 1-0. And, if we concede the first goal, all of a sudden we need 2 goals or, 3 to avoid extra time. We can't take this too lightly if we're serious about going through.
But are we serious about going through? That's the question.
It has to be. I would think so. So, I'm not... we should probably try and get through the group stages at least. Going out in the playoffs is a bit embarrassing.
Yeah, but it's no more embarrassing than going out in the group stages.
But we won't go out in the group stages till we get there.
We've had this conversation so many times, like whether we should be going to win this tournament or whether we care about it or whether we care if we go out or not.
I don't really care about it, to be honest.
Exactly. So, if you don't care about it, then why do you care about going through tonight?
I don't. I'm just saying, I'm talking from Nuno's perspective.
Right.
I'm talking from Tottenham perspective.
Right.
I can't see Nuno or Levy having a conversation where Levy's like, we expect you to, we don't expect anything from you in this tournament, like go out in the playoffs and that'll be okay. I don't think that conversation's being had. I think Nuno want to go through. I think Nuno's going to want to do something in this competition. So if that's true, then I think he's got to put some sort of team out that can make sure we definitely guarantee we're going through. Otherwise, I think we are at risk of going out tonight. I believe if we play anywhere near a similar team we did last week, we are at risk of going out tonight because, as I said last week, 5th in the Portuguese league, is not as bad as people think it is. It's just not as bad as people think it is.
They played a Tottenham B/C side last week at home, and they weren't good. Let's be honest, they weren't good at all. They beat us, yeah, but they beat a CB team with a lot of teenagers in it, but they weren't good though, were they? If we would have played a slightly better team, I think we won that game.
I don't know. I think they dealt with us very easily, to be honest. I think they dealt with us very when people think about a team being good or not, they see how much passing they did and how they were in possession and how many chances they created. But you got to also remember that defensively they dealt with us easily. We didn't have a chance the whole game. We had one shot from 25 yards the whole game. And, you expect with players like, I know Hill broke the lines once, maybe early on in the game, but with the talent we had on the pitch, you expect a lot more than that. And we couldn't even once pretty much break their lines.
Who was playing right wing?
It was Doherty right wing back, and I think Lo Celso was playing on coming inside, and then he moved into midfield for the second half.
Lo Celso was the big letdown for me, in my opinion, because he was the most experienced kind of player going forward, in terms of he was the only player going forward kind of that you really expected to grab by the scruff of the neck, you know what I mean? Giovanni Lo Celso, and he didn't do that. So I think you can kind of let the other two players off. Dane Scarlett, a 17-year-old kid coming into the team, fair enough. Big hopes for him. And Brian Hill, his first game in a Spurs shirt.
I hear that. I hear what you're saying, but then you're saying everyone gets a let off but Lo Celso, but then what? You're expecting Lo Celso to just do it all by himself?
Well, he was trying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you can't expect someone to just do all
I wasn't expecting, that's what I was saying. It was a very mix and match team. I was saying before the game I was expecting it, because he was like the most experienced one on the team. But when actually the game was played, it was a Spurs B or C team. So I think that Pacos de Ferreira, it just brings me back to my point that Pacos de Ferreira, I wasn't impressed with them whatsoever because it was such a disjointed Spurs team.
Look, I'm not saying I was impressed with them. I'm just saying we can't take it too lightly.
Yeah.
We can't take, Portugal, the Portuguese league, as of a few days ago, is now overtook the French league in the coefficient.
Yeah,
that's impressive. You know, if it's not, they're not a bunch of farmers, is my point. So I think we have to, if we want to actually go through and make sure we go through, we have to play. We can't be playing teenagers and stuff in this game and expect it to be enough. I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, the way I look at it, you replace Dane Scarlett.
I think
for an
Kane should
experienced
start.
player. I think Kane will start tonight. I think Niall John will come out the team as well, and I expect us to move to a back four instead of a back five as we had out in Portugal. But I think if those are the changes we make, it'll give us a nice little spine to the team, and I think that we will win comfortably tonight.
Yeah, and we should win comfortably, really. And I think if we play a strong team, we make sure we do everything right, and we play. You know, even if it means. I don't know if there's still 5 subs in Europe or not. I
believe there is. I know there is in other leagues as well.
I was about to say in European leagues there are. I'm not sure in the European competition. I'm not sure.
I believe there is, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure.
We didn't use 5 subs last week, did we?
No.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but even if we start Kane and Lucas and Højbjerg or something, and we take them off early once the job is done, then do that. But I think if Nuno really wants to make sure he goes through tonight, he can't rest on his laurels and underestimate them, because you saw how much we struggled just to create chances. We need to win tonight, so we need to make sure our attacking players are of the highest quality.
Definitely. What's your prediction tonight? Score prediction?
I'm going to go 3-0 Spurs.
3-0. 1 goal down from yesterday.
1 goal down. What did I say? 4-0 yesterday. Yeah. I'm going to go 3-0 today.
I'm going to stick with 4-0. I think if we do play a Harry Kane, that will give the place a massive lift as well. And I think that they'll be shitting it if Harry Kane plays. Let's be honest.
Yeah, true. And if he puts that fear factor, doesn't he, Harry Kane? So. If he does start, then and I expect him as well to kind of send a message like he is back and he's back with the team now. And if he does start, I expect him to get at least a couple of goals.
Yeah.